my chat? Oh, there it is. Good evening, everyone! It's been way too long! Oh my god, I'm finally back! Yeah! I missed you guys! I've missed how... I'm home, baby! I'm home! Good evening, everyone! Welcome, welcome, welcome. How have you hounds been? Is my prison still good? I trust you guys have been keeping it safe and orderly. I haven't heard this voice in ages. It felt like it's been a year or so, but I've only been gone for 2 weeks. Okay, to be fair, I think about 3 weeks I've been gone now. I actually really wanted to go live on the day that I came home, but I had so much to do, and I had to unpack because my mom was bugging me too because she needed the luggage for another trip at the end of the year. So she was just bugging me to sort it out. So I had to take care of that. And also, because my grandmother came over to visit, I had to pack up the room for her to make it look like I'm still a normal human being living in normal living conditions. So there was a lot to do once I came home, and I had to get those out of the way first. So I apologize to all the hounds who were looking forward to me coming home and streaming. Oh my god, Brain Spike! Thank you! I am home! It's good to see you guys again. It's good to be home. It's good to be surrounded by my hounds again. Harold, good evening. How was your day? It was good. In case you guys didn't know, today is National Day for Singapore. So happy birthday, Singapore! 61st birthday for Singapore. You had to hide everything you own, right? Yes, I have to put my BL and my yaoi away. So my grandmother doesn't accidentally come across them. She's back, safe in Malaysia. I miss these streams. I could feel the Oshi withdrawal syndrome. Happy National Day, Eva. Thank you. Happy National Day to Singapore and all Singaporeans. That aside though, I swear I will never go out on National Day again because it was a pain getting back home. The crowd was insane. I've experienced, you guys have seen videos of how squeezy it gets on Japanese trains, right? Especially during like rush hour. I've experienced that in my own country today. I was trying so hard to get onto the train back home. I actually missed one train because it was packed to the brim and I couldn't get in. Because I was carrying so much stuff. I went out to meet Rio and some friends to pass them like souvenirs and stuff. And I also went to support a friend's local business. So I was out today. And it was the worst decision I've ever made in life. And I never want to go out again during National Day because it's just so bad. But I'm not a patriotic person. I wouldn't say that I super love my country, but I am so proud of how far Singapore has come. But we seem to be going into a very I saw what Addpico reposted. I saw what Addpico posted on her on her Twitter, and I have to agree, Singapore is going in a very Singapore is going down a very AI heavy path. We're basically using AI for everything now. And I really hate that. Do you know, fun fact, do you know that Singapore has made its very first AI movie? Yes, it's created with AI. And I am glad that it's poorly received. I have so many artists in Hell's prison that it's just sad to hear that AI is becoming more than just a tool at this point. It's a creation, and like people are actually using it to create something, and they're proud of it. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I want to throw a slipper at the person who did that. Yeah. The good thing is that most, if not all, Singaporeans don't really support that. But we do have more and more businesses in Singapore that are turning to AI for like illustrations and stuff. I really hate that. I hope they will still consider hiring artists in the future, because I don't want people to be like, oh, Singapore is not a great place for artists and people who want to go down the artistic path. Everyone with their Ghibli style art, please. Exactly. I hate that. Same for America. Every other ad on YouTube is AI. Now, even in China, when I was away on a trip to China, in case you guys missed out on that. So I was away in China, and they actually do use AI for a lot of stuff. But they do have kind of like a message at the bottom. If they've created something using AI, they would say that, oh, hey, this is created with AI. I don't like that, but it's nice that they say it. Instead of just using AI and then like saying, oh, this is my work. This is created by me. So yeah. AI ads make me not want to buy their stuff. Exactly. Like if I see a company using AI for their stuff, I do not want to buy them. I will be discouraged from buying them. I will be discouraged from patronizing said business. So I really do hope that Singapore would continue to nurture artists instead of turning to AI. Yeah, that's my take. But enough about AI. How have you guys been? What have you guys been up to while I was away? Also, since it's National Day today, anybody want to guess what the national animal for Singapore is? No cookies, no prizes for whoever guessed it correctly. But it's just a fun little trivia, I guess. AI ads tend to be hugely misleading oftenly. Yeah. And it's so unsettling. It has this uncanny valley vibe to it. Welcome back to streaming, you absolute goober. Thank you, Feluca. Welcome back to House Prison. Oh my god, Meg! Thank you! Thank you! Welcome back to Neg. Also, congratulations. I see you have something big planned. I'll see if I can drop by. But I've reposted. Nag's up to something, and for you guys who know Nag is also a VTuber, and they're soon going to debut with a new model and outfit. So if you guys would like to support Nag, please do. national animal is Honduran white bat. I've never even heard of a Honduran white bat. A few months back, I did deal with SG company with an AI customer service that I almost mistaken it is a human until it responded me with a comprehensive, correct technical answer in seconds. I hate that like customer service is being replaced with AI too now. It just feels so... I want to talk to a real life person who is willing to solve my problems for me, not a cold, automated, artificial intelligence. I'm good. I had an update regarding my stalker. She's acquitted of all charges? Because she is crazy? She won't be closed in any hospital because she knows she is crazy and want to get better. What? No way. I don't know if that is... That's gotta be bad news, right? That means she's out and free when she should really be behind bars for what she did to you. Actually insane. What the fuck? I am so sorry for that, Sajawat. It's not... That's not funny. That is very bad. I would rather talk to an AI with six-packs, muscles, as a beast, and would dominate me on... Okay. So if it's a muscular furry, you'll be okay with it. Crazy equals free to stalk pass. Yeah, that is bullshit. What the fuck? What? I've lost faith. Come on, she should... With the shit that she pulled off, she should be behind bars. For good. For a lifetime. She's a threat to your safety. How is she allowed to freely roam like that? Yes, it is bad news, but what can I do? Just move forward. Please, I hope that she doesn't get a hold of it. Please tell me you've changed address. You've changed, like, you've moved out of where you once stayed to a new place and she doesn't know your new address. Please tell me that. Oh my god. Welcome back, Commander. Also mind checking DMs. Something related to you. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is this? Did someone create this for me? Did someone create this for me? Oh, that is so cool. I'm on Hellhound. Oh my god. Wow, this is like my hold on. Wait. What the fuck? Wait. I gotta share this with you guys. Hold on. Let me move you guys to gaming lobby so I have more space. Okay, I think I'll show my display. Can you guys see this? Is this like my VTuber resume? Why do I look like I am... This looks like my LinkedIn profile. As a VTuber. I am Eva Hellock and I'm looking for a job. I'm not picky. Prisoner image. That's like a passport photo. I see identification card photo. Isn't that what Hellhound is? I don't know. I have no idea that this site existed. List of crimes and charges. Yes, yes. What the fuck? Some info got cut out. There were more tags that I've included. This is dope. Thank you, Steamer. Oh my god. Thank you. I would have been too lazy to do this for myself. What the fuck? I had a hound do it for me. I swear I didn't threaten Steamer to do this, okay? I didn't. By the way, have you checked Eva Art recently? I haven't. I haven't been on Discord. For the entire time that I was away on a trip, now this is my like personal creed. Like whenever I'm away on a holiday, I try not to check social media as much because I want to enjoy myself. So I haven't. Let me add in let me add in background music because it's so quiet. Okay, there we go. Since you're back, wanna check? Yeah, sure. Let me just turn this off. So I don't show everyone what's on my computer. Stuff that you guys should not see. My BL collection. It feels good to be back, by the way. It feels like I've been away for super long, but it's only been 2 weeks. I have tons of photos to share with you guys. I've been holding back on the photos because I don't want to, like... I want to show you guys on the stream. That's why. But we have lots of photos to go through. I hope I don't take, like, 3 hours again. Robbie, good evening. Hi, I'm new here. Is this safe? Yes, it is an absolutely safe space. You're in prison. You can't get safer than that. Let me check Eva's art. Oh yes, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. I've also seen the furry art that Ao Sensei is creating. Thank you, Ao Sensei. I'm looking forward to it. Apparently, I've been drawn as a goat, which is very appropriate. Also, thank you to Blitz for creating this. Let me share it with you guys. Very cute. It's in a Scott Pilgrim. Did I pronounce that correctly? Scott Pilgrim style. Super cute. Look at that. The what? Furry art? I'm a furry now. Very cute. I love the art style. I love that you're exploring new art style. And honestly, this is so cute. This is so adorable. I love seeing myself in different art styles. And also, Brain Spike also created one. I love it a lot. I actually have it as my desktop wallpaper. Brain Spike also made this one art for me. Thank you guys so much for always creating art for me. This is insane. So apparently this is an amalgamation of 3 of his favorite VTubers. Super cool. I love the messiness in it. Very chaotic, but you can still see that I'm on the extreme left. Wallpaper. Wallpaper. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you guys for creating art while I was away. Hell's Prison is so talented and it's lovely to see. Yes, say no to AI. And yes, to talented artists. Thank you guys so much for always creating. I love it. I love the creativity that humans have and should continue to have instead of turning to AI. once again, it's not that I hate AI. It's just that AI should be used for certain stuff, improving people's lives, not as the creation itself. If you use AI to help you with your art, that's fine. If you need references and you turn to AI, that's fine. But it shouldn't be the end product. So I will stay by that. Singapore going into AI, so when will we get AI Eva stream? Never. Never, because it will always be real Eva. I will never turn to artificial intelligence. I use AI sometimes to speed up my creations. Yes, that's okay. That is alright. But I know you guys draw your own stuff. So using AI to help is okay. Exactly, AI should be used as a tool, not creative replacement. I will always preach that for as long as I live. So I'm glad. Neuro-sama being the exception. Neuro is different. Neuro is different. Neuro-sama is different. Okay. So, we're gonna go into what we are going to talk about tonight, which would be my trip to China. I was there for 10 days, and my verdict overall, I really love the country itself. It's very messy, it's very chaotic, but it's also very beautiful. I've been to places like the Forbidden City, which I have posted pictures of in Discord, but I will still be going through the pictures here. I picked out some good ones so I can show you guys. And I've been to the Great Wall of China. And I went to two places. One is Beijing and the other one was Tianjin. So I spent 5 days at each place. And I really can't decide which city I love more. Question, why is it called the Forbidden City? Back in ancient China, it's a palace. It was a palace, and the emperor kind of lived there. And he would have like, have you guys heard of like concubines and stuff? It's like his wives and stuff. They kind of have to go there, and there's a saying that like once you go into the Forbidden City, you don't ever come back out. Like you are destined to live and die in there. So me and my mom, we actually booked a guided tour, and we had a super cool and super professional guide walk us through the Forbidden City. And he told us a lot about the history of Forbidden City. But of course, me having goldfish memory, I don't remember half of it. Is there some place you wish you explored but doesn't exist now? Pompeii? I love historical places and buildings and stuff. Pompeii doesn't exist anymore, right? So if you visited the Forbidden City, who the heck is on stream? Okay, it's not forbidden now. It's not forbidden now. It's open to the public. So it's basically a palace. They call themselves the Palace Museum now. They have pictures. I have to download the pictures. So let me just download them first. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I have finished the furry art. Go check it out when you have the time. Also, speaking of are you bobs alright too?
Are my boobs AI? No, fuck off. No, they're real. They are real. I'd visit Eva's clean room if I wanted to go somewhere that doesn't exist. What? What the fuck? That's rude. Oh, great. That is rude. What the fuck? Yo. How can you say that? Okay. Ooh. Is there a better way I can do this? I have to like... I have to download everything individually? What? Okay, hold up. Hold up. I sent it to myself on Telegram, but I can't... obviously, I can't show you guys my Telegram because I have private conversations with IRL friends there, and I don't want you guys to see that. But it's probably the fastest way to show you guys the pictures. Let me see if there's a way for me to do this properly. Oh, how the fuck do I do this? Upload to Discord via phone, then display Discord. Oh, that could work too, yeah. That could work. Although I also have personal stuff on Discord. Can I do this? No. It's so good. I haven't shown anything yet. Bruh. Okay, hold up. Let me just... You know what? I'm gonna send it to Mane-san. And then I'm going to... Okay, I'm gonna send them all to Mane-san. Give me a couple of seconds. Huh. I think I can show my Discord. I think. Okay, let me just cut out this part because it does show my friends and stuff. Okay. Let me slowly upload them. Just give me a second. I went into the Discord and peeked. No, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. Because I sent them to my own Telegram, and I was thinking of just showing them from Telegram, but I have too much sensitive stuff on Telegram. Oh no, why did I take so many pictures? Okay, so I didn't do much on the first day. In fact, let me share with you guys what happened on the first day. So we landed, and by the time we landed and got to Beijing, we landed in Tianjin first for some reason, and then we made our way towards Beijing, and that was about a half an hour high-speed train ride from Tianjin to Beijing. And they said that the highest speed that the train would travel at would be 300 kilometers with 250 kilometers per hour, but we got all the way up to 346 kilometers per hour. So that's fucking crazy. We literally knew there, and we got to Beijing, and really the first day was just settling down and getting our bearings. We didn't do much. There was a mall. There was a mall near our accommodation, and we were stuck. We were stuck in that mall because, okay, first day, what me and my mom wanted to do was we just wanted to go shopping for food, for stuff, and just go check out the malls in general. So they have this whole stretch, this street called Wangfujing in Chinese. This whole street that's just lined with shopping malls. And we wanted to check out a couple of malls, but we went in one and was just stuck in there for like a full, like to the end of the day, until the mall was starting to close. Like maybe about 9-ish. So we were stuck in there for hours, a couple of hours. And so we only saw one mall. And the reason why we were stuck in there for so long was because they had a lot of anime related stuff, anime merchandise, on the basement level. And my mom was literally going into every single store. I was like, oh wait, there's an anime store here. I went in. Okay, I came back out in like 20 minutes, and then I looked to my right, and there was like, oh my god, another anime store. Let me go in that one too. And it was just like that for the entire basement level. And then we went to get dinner, and I came back down and went through the rest of the anime stores, and we weren't even done. We weren't even done. By the time we were like, okay, let's go back to our accommodation, we weren't even done with the mall. Not even halfway. Quite insane. Okay. Let me actually start sending the pictures. I could send a couple of pictures all at once. So, first day, nothing much. Really just checking out the malls around our accommodation. And then the second day, we made our way to the Forbidden City, which is also called the Palace Museum now. There were so many people. So many people. Because I think we kind of clashed with the Chinese holiday season as well. So like the Chinese themselves were doing a lot of domestic travel. So they might have come from like some village or some other place in China, and then they all came to like Beijing to check out the palace as well. Okay, ooh, I gotta show you guys this picture. This is one of my favorite pictures. Okay. And then I will show you guys this one to show just how many people are there. Discord. Okay, send it to Mane. I hope Mane-san doesn't freak out from me sending him pictures. What food did you buy in mall? They have a lot of noodles. For some reason, they really love their noodles, and they like to coat everything in cumin. It's a spice. So everything, I wouldn't say the food in China was phenomenal. Everything just kind of tasted the same. So this is the entrance, the east entrance into the palace. It's called Donghuamen. So they have an entrance in every direction, like north, south, east, west. And because we were following like a guided tour, so they asked us to meet them at the eastern gate. So this is the one. And then we have to walk down like this site. We have to walk down this site to go to the ticketing area. Human noodle? No, not human. Cumin. Cumin. C-U-M-I-N. Cumin. Okay. So yeah, so once we go down like here, we come across this path. Nice fucking tree. And then this guy right here, that's our guide. That's our guide. There were a lot of people on this guided tour as well. We have families. I think we had a family from Korea. And we had another Singaporean family. And I think we had a Spanish family as well. I don't know. I can't remember. And so this is the gate to go in. So this is past the ticketing area. So we buy our tickets and then we go in through this gate. Now there's one thing I don't really like about Beijing is that they are super strict and really meticulous with their security checks. So in a capital like Beijing, they actually do they have security checkpoints where if you want to get to another part of the city, you have to go through this security gantry, the security checkpoint, and they will check you. They will use this thing and they'll go up and down your body to check if you have any dangerous items on you. And then they'll do like a body search. And then you have to show them your passport. If you are a Chinese, a mainland Chinese citizen, you have to show them your identification card. And then you'll be let through. And then they will do bag checks as well. So it's the same. It was the same for us when we entered the palace, the Forbidden City. So we had to do a bag check and a body search. And also passport, I don't know, registration, I think. You can see that there are a lot of people out here already. And I'm telling you guys, my photos don't do the Forbidden City justice because this thing is so much bigger in real life. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's just so big. It's gigantic. Gargantuan. And then this is one of my favorite photos. So you go through, like when you go through the door here, you'll see the site. One of the many buildings in there. You should use banana. I should use a banana to show the scale. What? Okay, wait. Banana PNG. Okay. Banana for scale, huh? Can I actually add this banana in? Fuck. I can't add this banana in. Great, now I'm searching for bananas. Bro, they lied to me. They said it was a PNG. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, okay? Okay, wait. Banana for scale would be... No, it's even smaller. Maybe like this? Like this? Great, now I can't move the banana because it's so
time, so I got to head out for a while. But like always, it's been amazing seeing you
Oh,
again.
thank you, Nick.
Even if I can't always be here, you always make me smile regardless, and I hope you know that. Love you.
Thank
dork.
you.
Red heart emoji.
I will upload the photos that I've shared onto Discord tonight, so you guys can go through it at your own time. But thank you, Nick, for dropping by. Yeah, so banana for scale, right here. Okay, okay, now I can move it. Okay, there we go. This is... I think the banana is even smaller. Like maybe like this. Fuck! Right now I can't even fucking see it. There. Bro, I can't move it. No. Oh. But yeah, you get it, okay? You get it. So, this is how much people were in there. It's crowded. Like, there were a lot of people gathering up here. Like, up on these steps. So many people were gathering here because right here, can you guys see my mouse? Right here is the throne room. And there's nothing in sight but literally only a throne, a chair. And that's it. That's it. But people were just gathering there and taking photos of it. Okay. Let me send more photos in. Manasan is sending me a question mark. How many steps to get there? Actually, not a lot. Not a lot. I think they said something about odd numbers being very auspicious numbers, and the Emperor of China is often associated with the number 9. So if you count things in the palace, it's always in 3s, 5s, 7s, or 9s. And 9 is a number that's only reserved for the Emperor. That's according to the guide, by the way. So I was walking up these steps and I actually counted. So every flight of steps consisted of 9 steps. So like I walk up here, it's like 9 steps, and then there's a platform here, and then you go up 9 steps again, and then a platform here, and then you go up another 9 steps to reach up there. So I think in total there's like 9 times 3, like 27 steps. Yeah. So you can see right here, 5 doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're really particular about the numbers. So 3, 5, 7, and 9. 999, it's almost 666. But 6 is also a really auspicious number in for the Chinese. Chinese just love numbers for some reason. Okay, let me send you guys more. So I have a picture of the throne room. It's not very nicely taken, but I think it's enough to show. Also a bigger picture of the okay. I'm talking to myself right now, don't mind me. I'm just sending you guys pictures that I took. I don't want to show too many photos because that would take a lot of time. And actually, I wanted to blur out some of the faces, but I didn't have any time to do that, so... There will be people's faces in these photos. Okay, let me send them to Discord. Yeah. So Chinese really love the red color, and then they also love numbers, and they also love like elements. I think the guy was telling us about how water was supposed to signify like money coming in, flowing in. So this is what. So remember this photo, like right here in the center. If you go there, that's basically what you will see. Just this. And it's just this inside. There's nothing else inside. Like, none of the old furniture were kept there. And actually, the Forbidden City was restored many times, I think. Because of how tall some of the buildings were and how old they used to be, they didn't survive a lot of lightning strikes, like lightning attacks. So a lot of the buildings were actually burned down in fires, and they had to rebuild it and restore it. Can you go into the... No, you can't. It's kind of barricaded here, so you can't go in. But yeah, this is the chair in that one big building. Emperor do be living like typical boys. I'm pretty sure there were a lot more stuff back then. It's just that they didn't showcase it all. So this is a closer look of the building in question, where the throne is. Okay, and then this is towards the garden. So they have this garden they call the Imperial Garden in the palace, and it's a really beautiful garden. I took pictures of some sunflower. There were a lot of flowers in there. So there were a lot more of these kind of buildings in the Forbidden City. I didn't take pictures of every single one of them because they all look pretty much the same. So we just moved on to I just took some pictures. My mom took a lot of pictures though, and she sent me like a whole bunch of them, and I was like, if I were to show you guys everything, it would take days. So I'm only showing you guys some which I think are really interesting. So this one, can anybody guess what this is? Like what these rocks are? They're not just rocks. They're not just rocks. If you look at it, it resembles something. What are you talking about? Those are trees. No! I'm talking about this one right here. This one. This is not a tree. Moon rocks? That's a bit far-fetched. But think in that direction? Yes! Steamer got it right. Those are corals. Those are corals. So apparently, this part used to be underwater. And so, when they built on it, they decided to preserve the coral part of it and just build upon it. I thought this was really beautiful. Yeah, these are corals. Pretty insane. Oh my god, my mom's sending me all the photos. She's sending me all the photos. Okay. And then this is the other, this is the exit of the Palace Museum. It says here 故宫博物馆, which means Palace Museum, basically. Underwater. Yeah. So, you guys know how the Earth didn't used to look like that, right? The Earth didn't used to look like the Earth that we are staying on right now. Most of it, most of the Earth was covered in water. And then so this part was supposedly underwater, and then many hundreds of years later, the water subsided and kind of it's just gone. And then all that's left were the corals. Sorry, my English not Englishing. I'm just excited to show you guys the photos. Yeah, so corals. Okay. And then this is where our guided tour was taking us next. This is apparently part of the Imperial Garden. So we have to go out of the Palace Museum, and it's a separate part of the area that we're in. So we have to pay again to go in here. And it's built like up on top of a mountain. So it's quite a climb up there, but this is from ground level. This is what you can see. It's really beautiful. Again, I don't think the photos do it any justice. It's really beautiful. But there are also a lot of people, as you can see. So we have to cross over. If you guys can see this gate over here, we have to cross over, and then it will be a climb up to this part right here. What part of the palace do you like the most? Oh, that's a good question. Actually, there was one part of the palace which I think I would have enjoyed, but we didn't manage to get the tickets to. They call it the clocks. The Clock Museum, where they showcase like clocks from years ago. So like the Western people, when they came to China, they brought like clocks along, and clocks back then were like an invention marvel. It was like a whoa thing back then. So they brought clocks as a gift to the Chinese. So I didn't manage to go to that part of the palace. So I was thinking maybe in the future, if I do go back to Beijing and I do go back to the Palace Museum, I would buy a ticket for that part of it. Yeah. But other than that, I think my favorite part has gotta be this building, because I watch a lot of palace dramas, like Chinese palace dramas, and this is always that one building that is shown when the emperor becomes the emperor. So like apparently this building is a very important building, but it's not used for anything else other than coronation, like a coronation ceremony for the emperor. So the emperor doesn't actually do things in here, like only during like big government meetings and big national affairs will he come here to this building. Otherwise, he's not usually here, and nothing really takes place here in this building. Yeah, and then so I didn't take pictures of the climb up to this place, but along the way we could see a lot of these. I think these are shrines. I didn't actually read what was written here. It was very hot. The weather there was super hot, and I was just really trying to be quick about it. Here's me taking a picture of a guy taking pictures of the sunflower. Yeah, so this is part of the Imperial Garden, and there are a lot of flowers growing in there. One of them would be the sunflowers, and then we also saw like hydrangeas growing in there. I can't remember what flowers were in there, but sunflowers were really pretty. Damn, Eva became a stalker. I wasn't stalking. I thought it was really cute. It was super cute. The sunflower were really pretty. Okay. Let me continue to send more pictures. That was pretty much day 2 because the palace was so big. What I didn't take pictures of was the concubine hall, or in Chinese they say the Liu Gong, which is the 6 palaces where the concubines would stay. So the emperor would marry a lot of women, right? And they all become his wives, and they aren't allowed to stay with the emperor. They were all given their own palace, like each. And then they were to stay in those palaces, and those palaces were called the Liu Gong, which would be the 6 palaces. I didn't take a picture of that one, or I would have a lot more pictures, truth be told. Okay, so that's basically it for day 2. Oh, wait, no, not yet. We also went to Tiananmen Square. Wait, let me send pictures of Tiananmen Square. The security into Tiananmen Square was super tight. Super, super tight. Now, not to mention there was a super long queue as well. We had to queue to get in there, and it was almost a half an hour queue. Me and my mom, we missed out on the flag lowering ceremony. They would raise and lower the flag every day in Tiananmen Square. And we missed that one because the queue was so long. Do you know why they live in separate palace and didn't make wife, but concubine? Okay, so the emperor only has one true wife, and that is the empress. So, the one main woman that becomes the empress also has to stay in her own palace, but she is allowed to be next to the emperor most of the time. And she doesn't need a reason. She didn't need a reason to be next to the emperor, right? But all other women who come into the palace and become married to the emperor, they are all concubines. And they're of lesser status, so they stay in places further away from the emperor. Because the emperor has so many women. I mean, he can't possibly have every single one stay next to him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he had to make separate palaces for them. Time to play Road to Empress. I was considering, I was actually considering playing Road to Empress. No, seriously. Seriously. And then you guys can have a feel of what I'm actually talking about. Yeah. It was for political reason, connection, and yeah, that too. Yes, exactly. So, how the emperor chooses his concubines would be through a picking. So he would hold like a sort of like a pageant every year or twice a year. I'm not sure how many times he did it a year, but he would hold something of a pageant, and then women of considerable statuses would have to come into the Forbidden City no matter what. It doesn't matter if you cannot not want to. You are basically, if you're a woman back then and you have pretty good family status and a pretty good family background, you are obliged to go into the palace. You cannot say no. And then the emperor would pick the women that he wants to make his concubines. When you look up the real photos of modern China concubines, you will feel bad for the emperor. While beauty standards back then are different from beauty standards now, so what they consider attractive back then, yeah, it's a lot different now. Also, I think the concubines can be as young as 14 years old, I think, or even younger. I can't remember. The guide actually told us that there were very, very young concubines as well. I don't remember what was the age limit. But yeah, apparently 14-year-old girls were also summoned into the palace for the emperor to pick as well. Emperor was chosen by God. Saying no to him was a crime. Exactly. And during the pageants to select concubines, the women were not allowed to look at the emperor. They were supposed to just look at the ground. They were not supposed to look the emperor straight in the face. Concubines, who are they again? The women that the emperor fancies, and then he just makes them his concubines. And then if you become a concubine, you climb. The only thing you can do in the palace would be to climb up the ranks. And then hopefully you give birth to a prince or multiple children so that you have a stable footing in the palace. Okay, wait. Let me send photos. I was getting distracted. So I'm only going to send like 2 photos of Tiananmen Square because I didn't take too many photos. And then we also visited a chocolate museum after. Okay. Okay. Mission objective: be the mom of next emperor. Basically, yeah. Basically. So it doesn't really matter what rank you are if you give birth to a son. Like, if you're the first to give birth to a son in the palace, you're basically what's the word for it? You're basically safe? Sorta? Of course, the son of the empress would be considered the biggest one of all, the most important son of all. But if the empress couldn't conceive, then the next concubine who gives birth to the first son would be super important. Because that would mean that their child would become the first prince and also possibly the next in line to be emperor. Okay, so this is in Tiananmen Square. This one is supposed to be a drum tower, I think. Drum tower, or was it the clock tower? I can't remember. It was one of those towers. And this is the chairman. A lot of people. There were a lot of people there. And then this was us at the chocolate museum. Can you believe this is made wholly out of chocolate? This stone lion as well. And this Great Wall of Chocolate in China. It's amazing. But it smelled super musty because these chocolates must have been like years old. And it smelled super sweet in the museum as well. Yeah, these are all made by chocolate. Yeah. Willy Wonka been in China, I guess. Yep. It's really amazing. Okay, so that is pretty much day 2 of my China trip. And then day 3, we made it to, we made our way to the Great Wall. I can't show you guys the video of me going up the mountain in the cable car. What I can show you guys would be pictures of the Great Wall. It's incredible, honestly. Like, I think the Great Wall is my favorite part of the entire China trip because it's just so grand. Okay, this is a beautiful picture. The wall just stretches on and on and on, and we were only at one part of the wall. So there are a couple parts of the wall that you can access that were restored for tourism. So tourists go to these 2 parts. One of them in Mutianyu, and the other one was in Badaling. Yeah. So these 2 places you can access the wall, and they're heavily restored so you can walk with ease, mostly. But there are also parts of the wall that you can explore yourself, but those parts of the wall, they're not restored, so they're like super wild. You actually have to be careful when you hike on them. Okay, wait. Oh, this is a great picture. Okay. And then I have a video to show you guys of me going down the Great Wall. Okay. Where's my Discord? Okay. Now let's wait for it to send. I wonder how the heck do they manage to keep these chocolates from melting? Well, first of all, the museum that we were in, thankfully it's air conditioned, so I guess the chocolate doesn't melt that much. But also I think they might have put preservatives of some sort to make sure it stands. Okay. So it's really foggy up there, but you can see the Great Wall. Like, it spans all the way. And look at this climb. It's hell. So we started off at, I think, station 14. So there are a couple of stations along the Great Wall. And station 17 was supposed to be the hero slope. They call it the Haohan Po, which basically, if you manage to reach station 17, you're basically a good lad. So a lot of people were trying to climb their way to station 17 and take a picture there, so to claim that they've climbed the Great Wall of China. But obviously, the Great Wall of China stretches so far, so far, that climbing up the hero slope is but just one part of the Great Wall itself. Is this Silent Hill fog? Well, on the wall itself, it's actually not that foggy. It isn't really. So look at this. It stretches all the way like up top these mountains. It's really incredible. Really, really incredible. So this wall was actually built to keep invaders out. And I think it was supposed to keep Mongolian invaders out back then. I think. I might have been a little wrong on the history, but whoever knows the history better, you can correct me on that. But yeah, I think it was supposed to keep invaders out. Yeah. More views of the wall. I didn't manage to climb all the way up to Station 17 because it was honestly a crazy climb. Like, okay, so at Station 16, all the way up to Station 17, it was just endless flights of steps. I couldn't even tell you guys how many flights of steps there were because I looked up and all I saw were stairs and nothing else. There was no other way to climb up there except by your own 2 feet. And because, okay, if the path from Station 16 to 17 was like that, it would have been easier. But because it was undergoing some restoration works in progress, so it was just, they built like sort of like steps at the site so that people could just climb all the way. And there's no place for you to rest. You just gotta keep climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. So I looked at it and I was like, yeah, nope. So I retired and went the other way. Welcome to the Great Stairs of China. Yeah, they really should have called it the Great Stairs of China. Because there were just so many. I think there must have been hundreds of flights of stairs, I feel. Okay, so the next one is a video. I will have to turn off the audio because you can hear my mom speaking. Okay, so this is me on the way down to ground level again. So this is a crazy ride down because, well, this thing is obviously not very safe. So all you have is this one bar right in front of you to keep you from falling off this chair lift. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So you're just supposed to go down the mountain like that. If you're not careful, you could slip off this thing and you'd be falling like what looks like 30 meters down to the ground. Or even higher than that. I don't know how high up we were on the chairlift. I was just trying not to look down. Never wear sleepers. Yeah, I was not about to climb the Great Wall in slippers. So I was wearing shoes that day, thankfully. Now on the way, like down, so you can see that there were chairlifts here going up, right? So I saw something super crazy. Now this kid was sitting on a chairlift with his dad. And okay, in this video here, you can see how, like, see? It's just one person like on each side of the chair, right? So the kid was huddled close to his dad, and he was basically, okay, you can see, I don't know if you can see it. Let me full screen it. So you can see here, there's this one little separation bar here that separates this seat from this seat, right? Now the kid was huddled so close to his dad, they were both in the same like space here, and I'm telling you, if the dad let go of the kid, he would be free falling. He would be fucking free falling. It was that dangerous. It was super dangerous. It was really scary. Now, there was another way down, there were two other ways down the Great Wall. So the first way down would obviously be to climb all the way down. And that would mean going down endless flights of steps again to go all the way down. And the second way to do so, without the chairlift, would be the toboggan. The toboggan is something like a go-kart, like a cart thingy. Let me see if I can find pictures of a toboggan. Hang on. How do you spell it? Okay. Toboggan. Okay, I have a picture. I'm sorry for stealing this picture. But it's the closest thing to a toboggan I can find. Yeah, so it looks something like that. So this is the other alternate way down, but the queue for it was so long. And we were also on a guided tour for the Great Wall of China. So we wanted to make it back so that we could take the bus back to the city. Because getting to Mutianyu was honestly really difficult. It was about 45 minutes bus ride. About a 45 to 1 hour bus ride from Beijing city itself. And the only other way out of the place would be to call a cab. Out? Because there was no public transport nearby. So we wanted to catch the tour bus down, which is why we gave up on taking this, because my mom actually wanted to take this down because she said it would be faster and it would look safer than the chairlift. But we were running out of time because we spent so long trying to climb the Great Wall. We had to give up on taking the toboggan down. And so we went for the chairlift. And it was an experience I never wanted to go through again. I would love to take this to go down. Yeah. This would have been insane. But there were so many people waiting for the toboggan down. Lots of kids. Because this does look like a fun way down. Okay. My mom sent me some really nice photos, so I'm gonna use some of her photos, okay? So many photos. Okay. Oh, she also took a photo of the high-speed train that we took. Okay, our photos were they're all over the place. They're all over the place. Give me a couple of seconds. So this was third day. And we just did pretty much that on the third day because the Great Wall took so much time. You would really, if you do want to visit China next time, you have to put aside a full day just for the Great Wall itself because it's going to take you a full day. We went, we met up with the tour group at 8 a.m. in the morning. And by the time we were done and headed back to the city, it was 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So yeah, we didn't have time to do anything else except to go back to the city and just do some shopping. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. So this is the high-speed train that we took from Beijing to Tianjin. I'm sorry, from Tianjin to Beijing. And then we took it another time to go back to Tianjin again on the 5th day. It's called Fuxinghao, which I have no idea what it means in English. Hi, now I'm playing Pokemon Champions. Ooh, that sounds fun. Wait, I've never heard of Pokemon Champions. Pokemon Champions? Wait. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I need to know what Pokemon Champion is. Oh, is it sort of like the MOBA Pokemon game? I get distracted a lot, yeah. I do. Okay. And this is Wang Fujing. This whole street is just filled with shopping malls. Yeah. Oh, that's Pokemon Unite. All right. I forgot. But yeah. So this one here is a shopping mall. This entrance right here is also a mall. And if you go down this way and to the right, there are tons more malls. So this is just an entire shopping district. Yeah. A lot of people. And I love how wide the pedestrian walks are. It's so big. Oh, I have to tell you guys this insanely crazy thing. Okay, so China, right? It's a big country. So they have a lot of people going around on bicycles. They have like so many bicycles. They have like this bike sharing app which you can download, and then you can pay a sum of money, and then you get like a public bike, like a public bicycle that you can ride from place to place. And my mom took a picture of it. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay. I have a picture of it. Okay. So this. Look at the amount of bicycles just parked here. So many of them. I can't include everything in the picture, but there are more of them to my right here being cut off. And it's just rows and rows and rows of bicycles. And then, PMDs, what we call them in Singapore, PMDs, personal mobility devices. People are basically, okay, you don't see a lot of motorcycles in China because everybody there owns an electronic scooter. And the crazy thing about owning an electronic scooter there is that you don't need to follow the laws of traffic. That's why everybody there, everybody and their moms own an electronic scooter. And they can just ride it anywhere they like, even on the pedestrian walks, even on the walkways. And they completely disregard all traffic laws and rules. So if you see here, you see this guy right here, that's an electronic scooter. So technically they are still supposed to ride on the road that the cars go on, but they have a specialized lane just for these vehicles, just for these scooters. And crossing the roads in China feels like a nightmare because the scooters, they don't stop at traffic lights. They don't stop. It's either you cross and hope they don't knock into you, they don't crash into you, or you just wait for them to cross first before you cross the road. Same goes for bicycles. Yeah. And then there's this super crazy traffic rule in China as well, that if you are, let's say you're a vehicle, you're in a car driving down this road, all right? You come to a traffic light. And if you're going straight, the traffic light turns red. You're supposed to stop, right? Okay. But if you're driving down this road, traffic light turns red, you're not going straight. You want to make a right turn. You can turn anytime you want. Right turns are given priority on China's roads. So vehicles are just turning right with no regards for anything. So they just turn when they feel like it, when they feel like the time is right. Scooters in China versus motorbikes in Thailand. Yeah, and here I was thinking that traffic in Malaysia is crazy, but no, traffic in China is crazier. It's really, really crazy, and it's very hectic as well. A lot of roads were congested due to the sheer amount of vehicles. But one very interesting thing in China is that a lot of vehicles have converted to electricity. So they don't use petrol anymore. So a lot of vehicles in China, they run on electricity. And so you don't actually see a lot of smoke, is it carbon monoxide? Like you don't see, it doesn't feel very smoky or hazy, even with the sheer amount of cars you see on the road, right? But while that's a thing, people in China are smoke machines. Oh my god. I have to tell you guys. Practically almost everyone in China smokes. I cannot walk down the street without breathing in fresh air. Everywhere I go, I smell cigarette smoke. Even up on the Great Wall of China, where smoking isn't allowed. Yeah. Even inside malls, like in an air-conditioned mall. So China malls are super big. And sometimes it takes them so much time to get from, say, third floor to the exit of the mall. So what they do is that they would go into the toilets inside the malls and they smoke. So there was this one guy. I was in a mall, okay? There was this one guy that was walking in front of me. So my mom wanted to go to the bathroom and she asked me to wait outside the bathroom for her. So the two of us, we were walking to the bathroom and then there was a guy in front of us and I was like, why do I smell cigarette smoke coming from in front of me? And I looked down and there, in the guy's hands, the guy right in front of me, in between his fingers, he was holding onto a lit up cigarette. So he was smoking in the mall while he was walking towards the bathroom. And I was like, what the fuck? I was in disbelief because if you do this in Singapore, you would be slapped with a fine immediately. You would have been on every social media platform in Singapore. You would have been on the news. You would be approached by police for questioning, and then you would be fined heavily for that. So that was really a culture shock for me. People just smoke wherever they want. Like, you think that at historical places like the Forbidden City or the Great Wall of China, you won't see people smoking. You are wrong! You're wrong! People still find a way to smoke there. That's why actually, before you enter the Forbidden City, you have to surrender your lighters. If you're carrying any lighter with you, you are required to surrender them before you enter. so that you cannot physically smoke inside. But somehow people still find a way to do it, so. Yeah. I'm turning red. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, it's basically that for the vehicles in China. Yeah. Okay. So where was I? Great Wall of China, day 3, right? Yep. Okay. I have more culture shock stuff I want to share about like China, but we'll go through those later. Okay, let me look through my photos again. Okay, day 4, I think we went to the... I think they call it the Heavens Temple? Heavenly Temple? I can't remember what the English name for it was, but it's called the Tiantan, which pretty much means like Heaven's Temple. It's really beautiful. It's another very big Temple of Heaven. It's another big building. So this place is for kind of like for rituals and stuff. Also a lot of people. Okay, wait, let me send photos. So this whole place is basically the place that we went to on day 4 is pretty much a place for worship. So it's a temple. This is a temple. So this is where the emperor goes when he wants to pay respects to the heaven. This is from the outside. So this building right here is actually this. This is the building up close. And this is the building from the front. I took a lot of pictures for different angles of this building. I really like how it looks. Like, you know, they have a thing for like blue, green, gold colors for the building, and I think it looks beautiful. How many packs of cigarettes do you smoke in China? 0! 0! I don't smoke. Not anymore. 0. But cigarettes over there are very cheap, and like I see so many people smoking, even like people whom I think are not of the right age to be smoking. I see so many young people smoking too. Yeah. And then this is one of the altars. I forgot which one this was. And then this is kind of the inside of this round building that you see. This is a cross section of the building. So we're not supposed to go into this building. But this is what it looks like. You just recreated the cross section of it. And then this is another building that looks awfully similar, but it's actually something else. I can't remember what this one was for. I think it was for some sacrificial ritual or something. I don't know. I can't remember. And this place is really interesting. It has nice greenery. And there was a palace of divine music there as well. Which of course I went in because I love cultural buildings. What was this one? Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. Some of the pictures I took inside the Palace of Divine Music. If you like music, you would be surprised to know what kind of musical instrument they used back then. I didn't take photos of all the really interesting musical instrument that they used. But basically drums. And they have a qing, which is sort of like an ancient string instrument, similar to the koto. So greenery. We were walking towards the Palace of Divine Music, and past this place, do you see this gate all the way here? That's where the Palace of Divine Music is. And I just thought this shot was beautiful because this was supposed to be a moat. But obviously there's no water in it now, so it's just overgrown with greenery. And it looks so beautiful. This is supposed to be, I think it's called the Zai Gong. I don't remember what this building was for. Okay, so this is inside the the Hall of Divine Music. Yes. So this picture here shows you what every ritual would look like. So the rituals are not just simple rituals. They have music to accompany the rituals. So when the emperor is paying his respects to the heaven, he would have like accompanying boss music. So this is like the formation that they have to take. So all these people, they're carrying different musical instruments. And this is a recreated 3D model of what it would have looked like. Yeah, so this is right in front of the Hall of Divine Music. So the Hall of Divine Music looks like that. So this is the building itself. Bard Army, basically. Good evening, Nana. Yes, the Emperor has his own Bard Army. Exactly. Yeah, so you see these here? You see these thingies up here? Human for scale right here? These are what those are. So they're kind of like bells. Then you ring each one. You ring each one of them. You knock each one of them to create a sound. I thought it looks beautiful with the colorful tassels on it. And these are the qing. And the drum. This drum is huge. Like, I think if I were to stand next to the drum, I would only be about here. Like, if I were to do this. Oh. If I were to do this, I would kind of be like right here ish, maybe smaller. Banana for scale. I would kind of be like right here, I think. I'm this tiny. Yeah. Yep. Okay, let me just scale myself properly again. Yeah. Okay. Chris, go get the banana. So this is what it looks like when it was used for the ritual last time. I wonder why they didn't put up the tassels for this one. But it would have looked so beautiful if the tassels were up. But yeah, that was the Hall of Divine Music. There was also this, they also had dancers for the ritual. And they would do ritualistic dances with like weapons in hand. And they actually have this this interactive mini game thing where you basically sort of position yourself in front of the camera, and they would outfit you in like a costume from what one of these guys were wearing. Wait, yeah, like what they were wearing here. They would put you in one of these. And then you would hold like a weapon, and then you would kind of do the dance in it. Obviously, I didn't take a video of that because that would have shown my face. So, it was really fun. Okay. And I think that was day 4? That was day 4, I think. Yeah, that was day 4. And then, we didn't just end it here. What country are those photos from? China! I went to Beijing for 5 days, and then Tianjin for 5 days. Honestly, it's such a beautiful country. But, one thing I really dislike about the country is how much trash there are on the floors everywhere. You actually find a lot of bins in the city, but people don't seem to use them. So you can see trash everywhere. Even on the Great Wall, I can see trash being irresponsibly discarded. Like, come on, you are on an ancient monument. You're at this super historical, super great, super beautiful place. Why are you littering? And I don't know if I've told you guys this, but one part of the Great Wall was so badly vandalized. Okay, people were carving their names into the walls itself that the authorities had to put up a makeshift wall just for vandalizing, just for people to write their names on. Do you think you can re-educate those mortals who have never behaved? Well, I think every country has its own fair share of people who behave like that. I have seen very civilized and very, very nice people in China. But a lot of the old people in China, they really don't what's a nice way to put it? It's just how they grew up, I guess. So, I have this one thing I have to tell you guys. So, people in China, they spit everywhere, too. Everywhere. Not only do they smoke everywhere, they spit everywhere. Now, I'm not saying this to like say that, China is such an uncivilized country. No, of course not. Of course not. They're obviously civilized people and nice people who follow the rules. But majority of the people actually just spit wherever they like. So there was this one part in China. We were walking back to our accommodation, and we saw this uncle, this unk. He was doing some push-ups against this barricade thingy, like you know these metal barricades thingy that they use to like block off some paths, some areas and stuff like that. Okay, so he was kind of doing push-up against the metal barricade, and then suddenly I hear this like super loud, like, and then I turn, and to my horror, this unk basically, okay, he didn't even just spit on the floor in a corner. He spit just right in front of him. So his spit hit the barricade, and the spit slid down the metal barricade onto the floor. I don't know what's nice. I don't know how to put this across nicely. Yeah, dude just spat like right in front of him. So it hit the metal barricade that he was pushing against, and the spit slid down the metal barricade slowly and onto the floor. And then remember the Palace Museum that I've been to on the second day? Okay, so this happened right outside the Palace Museum. So we were already out from the Palace Museum, and we were heading to the Imperial Garden, which was like across the Palace Museum, right? So outside of the Palace Museum, they planted like these trees, and then around the trees there were like stone seats, right? So this whole stone thing just surrounding the entire tree, and then it acts as like seats for people to sit on them. So I saw this mom, okay, and her kid and her child. This child, very young, I think maybe only about 3 years old, 4 years old. And this kid had his pants off. And you guys know what he's about to do, right? Pants off. And just out in the open like that. So I was thinking to myself, okay, it's a small kid, right? Forgivable if they cannot find a public bathroom in time, because kids, right, they cannot hold their pee. Or rather, they don't know how to. And if they have to go, they have to go. So I was like, okay, forgivable. But what happens next? Oh my god. Okay. So, the kid, pants off, and the mom told him to pee. Now, if he were peeing into a drain, that's all right. If he were peeing against a tree, that's okay. If he was peeing on a corner of the stone seat, that's fine too, you know? But no. The mom was seated. She was seated down on the stone seat. The kid was standing right beside her, facing the stone seat, and he started peeing from the bottom of the stone seat. The little kid was flinging his everywhere while he was peeing, and the stream of pee just went from the bottom of the seat all the way up onto the surface of the seat. Yeah. So he was basically peeing like from the bottom of the seat all the way up. So now his pee was on the stone seat, which people would have been sitting on. And I was just staring while that happened with horror in my eyes. Yeah. Yeah. And since then, I did not dare to sit on any seat I find out in the public in China. I'm so sorry, China, but I really, oh my god. And as soon as I got back to Singapore, to my own home, I washed the soles of my shoes because God fucking knows how much spit I've stepped on during my time in China. Yeah. But that being said, China is still a very beautiful place and a super pleasant country to visit. Probably because there's no language barrier. I know how to speak Chinese, so it's extremely easy for me to go around China. And getting from one place to another is extremely cheap. They have this cab hailing app that they use over there called Didi, and it's just really cheap. It's super cheap. Like a car ride that would have taken about 45 minutes cost me only 10 Singapore dollars. It's super cheap. In Singapore, if you do like a 30 minutes to 45 minutes cab ride, you would be expecting to pay about 20 to 30 bucks. Yeah. So getting around in China is super convenient and super cheap. Food there is also very cheap, and because I am Chinese, the food there is pretty much, I can get used to the food there, so it's pretty good. That aside, all those nasty things aside. Yeah, I'm telling myself if I do return to China, I'm going to bring my own folding chair next time. Also, the public toilets there are nasty as fuck. Okay, nasty as fuck. Now, I've been to Malaysia, and Malaysia toilets aren't nasty, but they are oftentimes wet. For some fucking reason, every single public toilet that I go into in Malaysia is always wet. Probably because they have a bidet, and people there use the bidet more than they use toilet paper. That's okay. That's fine. It's wet. The toilet seats are wet, but I can dry them with a piece of toilet paper and it's fine. We call it a day. But in China, oh my god. Okay, so in China, all the public toilets, unless you're in a restaurant or you're at the airport or a train station, unless you're at those places, all of the public toilets are squat toilets. Do you guys know what a squat toilet is? Have you guys ever seen one? I don't know if it's a thing. Okay, let me search. Let me search for a squat toilet. It's a thing. It's a thing in Asia. Yes. Yeah, people in Asia would know what a squat toilet is. But I don't know if it applies for America and in Russia. Oh, well, they have doors. Thankfully, they have doors. It's only if you visit like villages, if you visit places further out from the city in China, only those places will you come across toilets with no doors. Yeah, thankfully, all the toilets, all the cubicles, they do come with a door. So that's fine. Okay. So this is what a squat toilet looks like, okay? So, every mall that you go to, every public toilet that you go to in China, you will get these kind of toilets. Not that I'm complaining, because these toilets are actually much cleaner. You don't have to sit your butt on a sitting toilet that you don't know, like, what's been on the seat cover, you know? So, the thing is, the nasty thing is, okay, I can be 5 meters away from the toilet, and I can still smell the stench of pee from outside. I'm not even close to the toilet. You know how when you go to malls, you have to walk in some walkway and then you reach the toilet, right? And then you go in and you see cubicles, right? I can be like far out. I'm outside. I'm not even in the walkway into the toilet, like going into the toilets. I can be outside, but I can still smell the stench. It's pee mixed with cigarette smoke. The smell of cigarette smoke. And it's nasty as fuck. So, anybody wants to guess how many times I've been to the toilet? In my 10 days in China, how many times I've been to the toilet in public? Anybody want to make a guess? Oh, once is too little. 2 times. 0 is... The thing is, I drank a lot of tea and milk tea in China, so I do have to visit the toilet. But most of the time, I do hold it all the way until I go back to my hotel room before I use the bathroom. 2 times? 2 times is pretty close. I went, in my 10 days in China, I went 3 times. Only 3 times. I've only used the public toilets 3 times. And 2 out of the 3 times I've come across, not only were the cubicles super small and super tight, okay, they were super nasty as well. Dried up pee stains on the floor. I've opened one cubicle and I've seen explosive diarrhea. Like, can you imagine, like, this toilet here? Imagine, okay, the squat toilet, and then you see, like, this huge fucking stain of brown. It's right in there. Yep. Yep. Yeah, like, just an explosion of shit. It's horrible. But still, I love China. Still, it's really a very beautiful place. Very chaotic, but very beautiful. Just 3 damn, girl. Yeah, I'm really surprised with my ability to hold back my pee. I'm the kind of person that, okay, from Singapore to Japan, it takes 7 hours, maybe about 30 minutes, 7 hours and 30 minutes on plane. Many times I've taken the plane to Japan, I've never gone to the toilet a single time. I hate plane toilets. I hate plane toilets the same way I hate public toilets in China. So I don't ever use plane toilets. And for the entire journey of 7 hours and 30 minutes, I don't go to the bathroom at all until I land. That's how strong my bladder is. The one time a cafe did not have their own toilets. Well, I visited... going to the next part of the trip. Okay, so day 4, I visited the Temple of Heaven, and then the Hall of Divine Music. And then at night, I went to this place called Shichahai. And it really looks like a place out of like ancient Chinese drama that you've seen. Right? You know, those with like handsome guys who do martial arts and they fly through the sky with their qinggong and stuff. Yeah, those guys. Shichahai really looks like a place like that, right out of a historical drama. And it was there that I went to a cat bar. And they had their own toilet, thankfully. They had their own toilet. Yeah.
Most cafes actually do have their own toilets, thankfully, and they are usually clean because the cafe owners do take good care of their toilets, thankfully. From your trip, what place do you like the most? The Forbidden Palace. The first time I've seen it, it was just such a sight to behold. It was exhilarating. It was breathtaking, really. Like I was just like, my mouth was just open the whole time I was staring at the building. So that must have been my favorite place. IRL Dynasty Warriors, yes. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures I've taken of Shichahai. Let me look through and curate and see what are some nice photos I can send. Okay. And I'll show you guys my dinner photo as well. We went to have Beijing Kaoya, which is like Beijing roast duck, which is like Beijing's most famous dish. Almost a national dish at that point. So I had a Beijing Kaoya that is sort of almost sort of like a fusion where they added in like osmanthus to it. Best thing I had the entire trip. Best thing. Okay. Let me send these photos. Hey, they're sending. Okay, so this is what Shichahai looks like. It looks extremely beautiful. And we went during evening, so this was like maybe 5 p.m. Alright, Blitz, thank you so much for dropping by. It's good to see you again. Have fun. No, you have fun. Yeah, so you see these boats, you can actually rent one of them. And it's a human-powered like boat. There's like a step pedal on the boat, so you can kind of step it to move the boat forward. I didn't go on one because I was really scared, and I wanted to explore the place rather than just going on the lake. Human-powered, not powered. Human-powered boat. And there's a lot of lotuses growing there, so this is beautiful. And this is how it looks like. It's such a beautiful place, honestly. But this place was packed with people. So packed. Man, good evening! No, it's okay. Are you just back from NDP celebration? See, if you just remove the buildings like across, this would look like a place where you could shoot one of those dramas, right? Something about this tree that I see all over China, something about these trees that make the place look so right out of a Chinese painting. And this was me just taking videos of the sheer amounts of bars that they have there, and there's always something crazy going on in those bars. Look at the fucking lights. Look at the lights. So in these bars, they often have like a stage, and then they always have like somebody singing on stage while you drink. Did you wash the hand that touched those ladies or not? What ladies? Oh, Um, yeah, I had to shower. Going through the city for a day makes me super fucking sticky, okay? With sweat, and with the dust in the air. Oh, Beijing is so fucking dusty, okay? Because everybody there smokes, right? So it's super dusty and super grimy. So I had to shower and unfortunately washed off the essences of those ladies that I touch hands with. Yeah. Give you a summary of what you missed, huh? Okay, so basically day 2, Forbidden City. I think I've shared some of these pictures. Just look at the amount of people there. And then day 2, this was still, I'll go through the pictures quickly again. And then this was Tiananmen, all on day 2. Museum of Chocolate. And then this was day 3, which was the Great Wall of China. Is that smoke over the Great Wall of China fog? Or cigarette smoke? Oh my god. Such a good question though. But I think it's fog. Actually, the air up on the Great Wall of China is actually pretty crisp. Very refreshing. But occasionally you will smell cigarettes. Yeah, occasionally. The wall really is great. It is. It's very great. It really runs very, very long. Yeah. And then day 4 was Temple of Heaven and Hall of Divine Music. Yep. And then now we're on day 4, evening, which would be Shichahai. So this was my meal for that night, the night of day 4. This right here, oh my god, this right here, most amazing, like, Beijing roast duck I've had. I was there with my mom and her friends and we couldn't even finish. Look at the sheer amount of dishes. No, it was for like... Do you know this is a set meal for 2 people? But we had like what? We had like 4 people eating? We had 4 people eating. And we couldn't even finish. Nobody touched this dish right here because that is what they call 饱肚, which directly translates to stomach explosion. And anybody wants to guess what 饱肚 is? Nobody touched this. This was something that we don't often eat and will not get used to. Sounds like fun. Yeah, I certainly had a stomach explosion after this meal. Yeah. I 饱肚 after this meal. But yeah, so this dish right here, that's stomach lining. That's like the inside of the stomach of a pig. Yeah. Also called 毛肚, I think. But I think 毛肚 is for cows? But this is 饱肚. So internal stomach lining. I had one. I just ate one because I didn't want to like not try anything. It was kind of crunchy. And tasted really organ-like. If you guys have eaten like pig's organs, yeah, exactly how it tasted like. Not really my thing because I'm not a huge organ offal enjoyer. So we completely skipped this one. We have bread over here. Bread. And this one is eggplant. Eggplant in braised meat sauce, I think. And then this one right here. This one is interesting. This one is fried chicken bones. Wait, no, fried. Was it chicken or duck? Fried bones of something. So the bones were fried so much to the point that they were crispy and you can just eat it like chips. Not my favorite as well because it's still kind of hard to chew through the bones. I had like 1 or 2 of it, but it was cooked in like salted egg yolk flavor, so that was a saving grace. And then some kind of vegetable here that tasted really nice. So we finished like this one. We finished the duck. We finished the vegetable, the 2 vegetable dish. This one, I think, was some kind of beef dish. Braised beef or something like that. And then we finished the bread too, I think. But that was too much, even for 4 people. Yeah. And then we made our way to the cat bar. Highlight of day 4, actually. I have more photos of more cats. Hang on. Where are the cat photos? Oh, yes. This is so memeable. Like, this could be made into a meme. Like, the cat was just straight up sleeping right next to alcohol, empty alcohol bottles. Like, how cute is that? Me after a long day of work. Yeah, and it looks like Garfield too. Look at this. And then it went to sleep like in Mona Lisa's arms. Super fucking cute. And it's super fat too. The cats were all well taken care of. I spoke to the owner of the bar and he said altogether, we've only seen like maybe 7 or 8 cats in the bar itself, but he said altogether they have 14 cats. Yeah. 14. Can you believe that? So this was what I had for the night. I think this was a martini. I can't remember. This was some sort of really sweet, dangerous alcohol. Like, it tasted buttery, creamy, almost like a soda. So this was very dangerous, but very yummy, very delicious. And this one is a Jaeger with Coke. Jaeger with Coke. How buzzed am I? Oh, to the point where like I woke up the next day, and mind you, day 5, the next day, was when we had to make our way from Beijing to Tianjin. So it was hell for me. It was literal hell because I was having a throbbing headache the next morning, and I had to pack my bags and get ready for checkout. So that was not fun. That was not fun. In fact, after these 3 drinks, I had 2 more. And, yeah. The hangover part 4. And look at this. Look at this. This was definitely the highlight. The main character of all cats. It was just leaning against the glass, and the owner put like shades, like sunglasses on this boss of a cat. Cooler Garfield. Very cool cat, right? My god, it was so cute. Super duper cute. Yeah. So how I started day 5 was we packed up and we had to get ready to leave the hotel. But our train was an evening train, so we were only going to reach Tianjin at night. And for the whole day, basically, we put our luggage at the hotel that we were staying. We basically left it with front desk, and they looked after it for us. And our train was, I think, was at 6:30 p.m. in the evening. So the whole day I was struggling to get food into my stomach while doing last-minute shopping in Beijing, and it was hell. So day 5 was not much. I was trying to get over my hangover and doing shopping with my mom. And I came across this very cool Shonen Jump shop. They have like this Shonen Jump shop in there where it was really cool. I forgot to take a video of the shop itself, but it was so cool. You guys know the conveyor belt that you see in sushi restaurants? Yeah, they put all of their products, they put some of their products onto like this. They have this huge conveyor belt system inside the Shonen Jump shop. And then they put their products on like sushi on a plate. And it was just going around the shop. So if you see something you like, you can open up the plate and you can just take it off the plate. And it was incredibly cute. And I forgot to take a video of that place and how it worked. So, yeah. And I'm gonna show you guys some stuff that I found on day 5 that were incredibly cool. I returned to, it was basically a free and easy day. So my mom and I, we kind of went our separate ways. She went to a mall to do shopping. She went to another mall to do shopping. I returned to the mall with a lot of anime stuff. And this was what I came across. And they even had a JoJo pop-up store. So I'm a huge fan of Macross, so imagine when I see these. These are, what the fuck do you call these again? Vinyls? These are vinyls, vinyl albums of Macross songs, and I was so tempted to buy all of them, but vinyls are so expensive, and I don't even own a vinyl player. So I just took a photo of it. Yep. And they also have this wall of JoJo comic covers? Magazine covers? I don't know, but it's really fucking cool. And I love JoJo, so this was delightful. Yeah. And this is the JoJo pop-up. They were advertising for Steel Ball Run. That's incredible. The anime culture in China is still very huge. It's very big. And the mall that I go to, I often see cosplayers hanging around in there. So in Singapore, right, we do this thing called lobby conning. It's a very funny term, but basically if you don't pay to enter an event hall, you practically just go around the lobby area of where the event is taking place, and you just kind of spend all your time outside the event hall. So we call that lobby conning. So in China, like, I've seen quite a lot of people there just lobby conning in cosplay. They just go to the mall and shop like any normal people, except like any normal person, except they're in cosplay. So it's really cool. You can see cosplayers like on any day of the week. Like even on a Monday where you don't expect to see cosplayers at all, you see them. You see them. You love JoJo. Who's your favorite? Kakyoin. Kakyoin. My favorite JoJo character is Kakyoin. I'm still so sad about what happened to Kakyoin. Kakyoin and maybe Caesar? Yeah. Yep, and they're both dead. So. Okay. So remember the picture of the train that I shared here? Yeah, we took this train back to Tianjin. So I think this is Tianjin Station, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, this was when we arrived in Tianjin. And day 5. Let me share some Tianjin photos with you guys. Tianjin looks incredible. Now, I thought I fell in love with Beijing, but once I reached Tianjin, oh my god, I fell in love with Tianjin even more. Even more. Okay. Who do you hate the most in JoJo? Who do I hate the most in JoJo? Wow. Wow. I don't actually hate any of them. Maybe some of the villains in part 3? Like the Oingo Boingo brothers. They're so fucking annoying. Yeah. Okay, so some Tianjin photos. I took many pictures of the same night scenery because this was just fucking crazy. Look at the fucking buildings. They were all lit up. And this is just such an incredible sight. Again, photos don't do them justice. This was crazy. And this looked almost like New York. And I think this building is a mall, but I haven't been in there because it was, by the time we reached, it was really late. And I think most of the malls and shops were closed, or starting to close already. Actually, like, I have a question. What time do malls and shopping places close for you guys? In Singapore, typically everything kind of closes around 9 p.m. So like after 9 p.m, there's really not much to do in Singapore. But in China, everything kind of stays open until 10 p.m, maybe 11 p.m. for some of the major shops. Like, I think I've been into this one Nike store. I was looking for shoes. I bought myself a new pair of shoes. And I went into this one Nike store and it was open until like 11 p.m. And I was really surprised because stores like that would have been closed by 9 p.m. in Singapore. About 8 to 10. I see. Yeah. So shops in China really stay open for a very long time. And even past like past midnight, you can see like food stalls still open. Like, I see a lot of people just riding like e-scooters, and then at the back of the electronic scooters, there's like a small little food stand that's like towing from the back. Kaiser! Welcome, Borg! Yes! Yes! Are you saying most of China's shops burn the candle at both ends? What do you mean by... Wait, burn the candles at both ends? What do you mean? Oh, it's an actual... Oh my god. Oh. This is the first time I've heard of this phrase. Burning the candle at both ends means to overwork yourself by waking up early and staying up late, leaving you very little time to rest. I don't think so. I think people do, they do like shift work. So like maybe this person would work from opening to like afternoon, and then someone from the afternoon would take over to closing, probably. So you don't actually have to work like the full like 12 hours or so. Yeah. Yeah. So that was day 5 from transitioning from Beijing to Tianjin. Then let me show you guys what I did on second day in Tianjin during daylight. So we went to this place called Wu Da Dao, and it's basically like 5 big avenues or 5 big streets, I think. And it's a very Western place. Most of the buildings in Tianjin are very, very westernized and very colonial looking. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but it doesn't look like China at all. Like, remember the buildings I show you guys of Beijing? Like the roof and all? Like, it doesn't look like that. There's very little of these type of buildings in Tianjin, but you get a lot of like very westernized buildings, yeah. Because Tianjin was one of the first few coastal city, I would say, to open up to, I can't remember which country, Dutch? To the Dutch? I think. So let me just show you guys some pictures. Okay, hold up. On our second day in Tianjin, we actually cleared a lot of the places. So a lot of people say that you don't want to spend too much time in Tianjin because you can kind of do everything in a day or 2 at max. Unless you're going like further out, which we didn't intend to. So everything was kind of around city center, and we cleared most of the major attractions in a single day, to be honest. So I'm gonna send all the photos first before I go through each of them. They have some very interesting buildings. Did you visit any tourist trap? Oh, this whole trip was a tourist trap, to be honest. First time in a new country, I would want to go to all the places that the tourists would go to. And then when I'm more used to the country itself, then I would go further out to the places where tourists do not usually go to. So yeah. I have so many photos of day 2 in Tianjin. Hang on. Goodness. Okay. Dwell to areas you're familiar with first, otherwise you experience culture shock. Oh, I have enough culture shock in Beijing as it is. I was just sharing with the hounds like how people there just spit everywhere and how nasty the public toilets were, and how people smoke everywhere, even in malls and in air-conditioned malls. That was still the biggest culture shock to me. People in China are very heavy smokers. Like, I think the number one reason being cigarettes are so cheap there. So this is 5大道, which is like 5 big avenues in English, I think. It looks like a coliseum, almost. Makes me wonder what this building was used for in the past. And then this was a quaint little cafe, very old-timey looking little cafe that was inside one of the buildings, like in here. Are the toilets bad enough that you'd rather hold it all the way to your... Yes! I was telling the hounds, like, in my 10 days on this China trip, I've only been to the public toilets 3 times. A grand total of 3 times. Yep. And the cleanest toilet, which was the 3rd toilet that I used in my trip, was in Tianjin and in one of their amusement parks. Which was really funny because amusement park toilets would have been the nastiest out of all the toilets I've been to. Like, I feel. But surprisingly, no. Surprisingly, no. Good evening, White Knight. Welcome. And good evening, Achi. Welcome, welcome. Did you spot any Uma cosplayer in this space? No, unfortunately, I did not. The weather was just too hot for anybody to cosplay here. But I did see one Xenoillust cosplayer, I think. Not here, but in a mall. One Xenoillust cosplayer. And they had a lot of people dressed up in old Western outfits here. You know, like girls in like qipaos, like the Chinese traditional dress. And also a very Western kind of dress as well. Holding a cute little umbrella. Yeah, I wanted to do one of these like themed shoots. These themed outfit thingy here and take some nice photos, but it was just way too hot. Do you know what fucking Google told me when I asked what the temperature was? 35 degrees, but feels like 45 degrees. So that was mostly the weather, how the weather was like in Tianjin. 35 degrees, always, all day, every day. Yeah. Barely any wind as well. So in this same building that I went into with this cute little cafe, there was a museum showcasing all of the old furniture that used to be in houses last time. Old clock. I find it so beautiful. These are just old artifacts. I really love looking at stuff like that. This was how it looked like from the 2nd story. The whole field. And this building just looked amazing, so I took a photo of it. But if you go in here, if you go in through this arch over here, you basically end up here. Yeah. When I was to Malta, I happened to stumble upon a shady toilet shade. I expected everything to be dirty and mechanical, but it felt like I just entered a forest-themed 5-star toilet when I got in. Yeah, the jankiest toilets kind of always turn out to be the cleanest. But in China, they have a lot of portable toilets as well. Like, literally, when you walk on the streets, you can see like portable toilets just along the streets. And oh my god, the stench coming from those, I swear to god. There's no nice way to put it. It's just foul. It's just really bad. Yeah. In Japan, the only nasty toilets that I come across are the ones in like some of the parks I visited. Like Japan park toilets are kind of nasty. Yeah. But other than that, I think the mall toilets and the train station toilets are very nice. And they had a really cool Starbucks here. Oh. It looks like a quaint little town. I love it so much. I love the vibes here. And then there's this beautiful clock tower. You can go up to the clock tower. Like up here, I think. But they only open like every hour. So if you miss the hour, like for example, they will open like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. And if you miss it, you have to wait for the next hour. So we didn't go up. But I would have loved to. And then from here, we made our way to this I think this place was called Qingwangfu. I don't remember. Qingwangfu. And it used to be a mansion that was built by a eunuch. You know what a eunuch is? So a eunuch in ancient China, they used to serve the emperor and also the empress and the concubines. So a eunuch is basically a male servant that has been castrated. Yeah. The reason why they castrate them is so that they cannot have any relationship with the women in the palace. So that's what a eunuch is. No, not an eunuch, a eunuch. This is how you spell it. Hang on. This. Eunuch. So this place, this Qingwangfu that we've been to, it's built by a eunuch. And then it kind of was just there. And later it was bought by a prince, I think. Yeah. A prince of China. So basically the imperial family in China, they have like apart from the emperor has wait, no, has is not the right. The emperor had brothers and sisters, right? So sisters, princesses, they would be married off to distant countries as a diplomatic they go through like diplomatic marriages and stuff. And then the princess, like the emperor's other brothers who didn't make it to become emperor, they would live outside the palace, I think. So by this time, I think the whole emperor era has ended. And so it was just a distant prince who bought this place, a distant relative of the emperor who bought this place. And he kind of made it to look like this, I think. So this was the inside. They're just showcasing the inside of the building. And this thing here is so cool. Do you guys know what this is? This is very interesting. Probably my favorite artifact in the building. Let me grab my different. Anybody want to make some guesses? Looks like a cathedral. Yeah, it does look like a cathedral. But this is actually a bird cage. Yeah. Yes, Jawa, you're right. This is a bird cage. A really fancy one. It looks really cool. I love how even the bird cage is built like this. It's uneasy to hear that, but why didn't they just replace servants with female servants? Okay, so for the concubines, they actually have female servants called 宫女, which literally translate to palace maids. So when you become a concubine, you have mostly palace maids serving you, but for protection's sake, you do sometimes need males, you know? So they do appoint eunuchs to the concubines. But as a measure, they have to be castrated because, well, there have been instances where eunuchs were caught being in an unsavory relationship with the concubines. Because here's the thing, not all concubines get the attention of the emperor. The emperor had so many women, so many concubines that he couldn't possibly give attention to all of them. So some of them are really just neglected. And when that happens, you know, sometimes they would turn to other guys. And so to stop that from ever happening, male servants, unless you're a guard, unless you're like a royal guard or something, or a prince. So unless you're given those kind of roles, or you're one of those officials, right? One of those guan, you have to be castrated. Eunuch also lived in medieval Europe. Many of them were servant, but someone was on high position in church. Yeah. So it's the same. It was the same in Chinese history. So just because you're a eunuch doesn't mean you would forever be of lowly status. There's actually like a grand eunuch. Like basically you're appointed to oversee all of the other eunuchs in the palace. So you can be given a high position even as a eunuch. Concubines will only adhere to the emperor after all. Yeah. So the story of the Forbidden City was really very sad. Very, very sad. So this was also in the Qingwangfu. This one is actually a ballroom. So people would dance down here. Another angle on the first floor. So you see these two different lights up here. They're actually made to look like grapes. I thought it was really cool. And they were, I think they were given by France? They were given by France, I think, if I remember correctly. Because they had a plaque saying where these came from. And I think, if I remember correctly, it was from France. And I thought it was really cute and beautiful. There were bunches of grapes. So fucking beautiful. Okay, and then after finishing the tour at the Qingwangfu, we went to this place called the Porcelain House, which was super interesting because this whole building was made from porcelain, like porcelain vases, porcelain plates, everything. Like, look at all these vases. Look at the entire building. This is from the outside. Oh god. So this is the entrance into the porcelain house. This is just how it looks from the outside. It's a very wild building. It's just... Honestly, this building was just the whim of one artist. That's all. There was no real historical meaning or historical backstory to it. It was just one guy who's like, what if I made a house entirely out of porcelain? That's it. That is it. That was it. And that's how this house came about. I thought it was really cute. So it looks super beautiful. It looked like something that would belong at the bottom of the ocean. Like some place, some kind of building where a Chinese mermaid would live in. One artist was just bored and decided, yep, porcelain house it is. Yeah, basically. Yeah. I guess you could say you could find a maid made out of porcelain. Yeah, I don't think anybody stayed in this house though. Okay, someone probably briefly stayed in it and then it was just left there. And bro was like, I'm gonna make this entirely porcelain now. And so it happened. Yeah. Up close of some of the vases, and bowls that they used to line the wall. Do Chinese mermaids even exist in folklore? I've never heard of it, honestly. But I'm pretty sure there have been. So this is the inside of the building. Just random furniture. What used to be in the house, I think. And I had to take a picture of this because this was so interesting. I think there was an idol of worship right here. I didn't take the picture of the idol that they were worshipping, but people put like money and lots of cigarettes in front. I don't know why. And then this was up the stairs. Look at the ceiling. Look at it. This was the ceiling of the house. All made from porcelain plates. This was just unbelievable to look at. Bigger picture of all the porcelain that they used. And then from the outside, I can see the other side of the wall. Chinese mermaids, also known as 角人 or 人鱼, are legendary aquatic beings in Chinese mythology, first appearing in texts like the 4th century BC Shanhai Jing. They're traditionally famous. Oh, so we do have Chinese mermaids. Oh, right. Weeping tears that turn into precious pearls. Yeah. I remember that legend. Yes. Bro love porcelain a little bit too much. Yeah. I think it was like this. You can't make house from porcelain, artist. Hold my beer. The ceiling low-key triggers my trypophobia. It does. Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah. I love the red that they used and then paired with blue porcelain. It just looks so whimsical. This whole building just looks like something out of a storybook. Is this why China ware is so expensive? I think China ware back then is super expensive. So to make a house entirely out of porcelain and China ware, I think it was like telling the world, I am rich. Yeah. And then on the very same day we went to this place. I think this was 古文化街, which translates to old culture street. Yeah. And this was just a street full of like cultural foods and stuff. Like they were selling jade, silver, like silver accessories, jade accessories, lots of restaurants and shops that are selling like traditional foods and stuff. Yep. I didn't take too many pictures of this place because all I was doing here was eating. I was eating a lot of foods here. I got this 酸梅汤 from here, which is basically a sour plum drink. And the Chinese love it. They love their 酸梅汤 and it's so good. And I also had like their 煎饼果子 here, which is kind of like a, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like a pancake, a savory pancake. So it's like a savory wrap, where they stuff with like eggs and chili. Yeah. Homemade chili. So it's really nice. That was really good. I forgot to take photos of it again because I was just too busy eating. And then we decided to end the night off by walking to the Tianjin Eye, which is the Ferris wheel. But I took a picture of this mall because it just looks so apocalyptic. Like, Tianjin is the third biggest city in China, I think. And even though you can see a lot of well-developed buildings, a lot of okay, look at these buildings, right? Lit up, really grand, really big, really tall. But in certain streets on Tianjin, you can see abandoned malls like this. This whole mall is just probably completely abandoned. Yeah, and you can see how like all the posters have already been exposed to the light for so long. They're all just kind of like, you can't even make out what these posters are anymore. This whole mall is just stuck in time. So I thought it was really interesting. That's the average main mall design in the Philippines. Yeah, but all the shops out here are just closed for good. And then right next to this mall is another one that's also abandoned. So yeah, I just thought it's a really cool comparison. The Last Survivors, yep. It's giving those kind of vibes. Now, I did take some pictures. We did go up onto the Ferris wheel. I did take some pictures, but they weren't really nice. I could share one of them, one or two of them. But it wasn't very nice because I was taking pictures from inside the this thing. From inside here. But it wasn't really that nice. So it just looked like this. And my camera wasn't doing a very good job. Yeah, so this is how Tianjin looked like from high up. Honestly, very beautiful city. I would want to come back here again. Maybe during autumn or winter, perhaps, because the weather was just so fucking hot. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And then I think, like, that's pretty much it for Tianjin. To be honest, we didn't do that much in Tianjin. But on the last day in Tianjin, we did go to we did go to this place called the Happy Valley. I still have some photos of Tianjin I can share with you guys. Okay. Tianjin is just so charming in its own way. We had to see the legendary clock of Tianjin as well. I think Tianjin was the first place that made their first watch. They also have a chocolate museum there, and this one's even more insane. I have to show you guys. Don't worry, we're reaching the end. We're reaching the end. We're almost done for tonight. Okay, so Tianjin, China have their own brand of watches called the Seagull brand, and Tianjin was probably, Tianjin is probably the first city to develop a clock of its own or a watch brand of its own. So remember the building that I showed you guys on Discord? This is how it looks like on the outside, the Starbucks Reserve. I have a picture of the inside of the building. Let me just give you guys a refresher. Yes, there is another chocolate museum in Tianjin. Yeah, so the inside looks like this. It's a bar and also a cafe. And this is how it looks like on the outside. It doesn't look too nice because they're doing some construction work here. But I feel like if this is gone, I would have taken a nicer picture of this building. But this is how it looks like. It used to be an old bank. It used to be an old bank. Can you believe it? Banks back then looked like this. So charming. And then I thought this was really cool. It's, I don't know what this building is, but it just looks really cool. And then we continued walking a little bit more on the bridge, and the bridge was just filled with all of these very Western looking structures. Very beautiful. I think in terms of aesthetic, I enjoy Tianjin a lot more. This was from afar. I was walking along the bridge, on the bridge, and I took this picture because I thought it looked really beautiful. Another clock tower, not the one that we visited on day 2. Ah, yes, okay, so this is the legendary clock of Tianjin. And it's really interesting because I zoomed in and you can see on the clock face is actually the 12 horoscopes. So Pisces, I think I can make some out. Pisces, Scorpio is right here. I think this is Cancer, Leo. This looks like it. This looks like it might have been Virgo. No, maybe this is Virgo. Yeah. But it's really cool. It's super cool. So this clock was first built in 2000s, in the year 2000s, I think. Oh. Yep. And Chocolate Museum. Chocolate Museum in Tianjin. This thing is made entirely out of chocolate. You can see the dust. You can see the layer of dust on it. It's been there for very long. But this character is, I think it's Nercha? I think. Nercha? Yeah, can you believe it? This whole thing is made out of chocolate. Can you eat it? No, you can't even touch it. I don't think you would want to eat it. God knows how long that's been there. It smells musty, like expired chocolate. Now I took a video of this. They have an entire fucking working Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel in the chocolate museum. How fucking cool is that? Look at it. Isn't Neja a guy? Yes, Neja is a guy. I think. Yeah. Neja is a guy. Another way you can refer to Neja is 三太子, which is also which translates to the third prince. So yeah, does it not look like a guy to you? It looks like a guy to me. But yeah, Neja is a guy. And for those of you guys who want to read up on Neja, I'm not going into the lore of Neja tonight because that's going to be a whole lore. If you want to read up on Neja, that's his name, Neja. That looks so feminine. I think it might have been the hair. Yeah, but you can see the muscles on his arm. Yep. Yeah, you can read up on Neja's lore because it's very interesting. Neja is technically one of the deities. Yeah, they have a movie for Neja as well. They do. Although I don't think Neja actually looked like that as the movie depicted. Yeah. Okay, I will give some context into Neja, okay. Okay. So Neja is a protection deity. Where is it? In Chinese mythology, Neja is a rebellious, powerful teenage deity and protector god with roots in ancient Buddhist and Taoist traditions. So he was, his lore centers on divine birth, a dramatic sacrifice, and then rebirth through a lotus body. Yep. So he's a protection deity. So people actually do have idols of Neja. They do keep the idols of Neja in their own homes, and they do pray to him for protection. Yep. But typically, they don't refer to Neja as Neja. They refer to him as 三太子. If you are praying to him, you refer to him as the third crown prince. Yep. So, the story goes that Neja's mother, Lady Ying, gave birth to a ball of flesh after gestating for 3 years and 6 months. Li Jing thought his wife had given birth to a demon and attacked the ball with his sword. The ball split open and Neja jumped out as a boy instead of an infant. Neja could jump and walk immediately after birth. Yep, that's the lore of Neja. So yeah. It's very interesting. Chinese mythology is actually super interesting. His story is interesting, but he ain't soloing Sun Wukong. Yeah. Yeah, I think he also did battle with Sun Wukong, yeah. Sun Wukong is another Chinese mythology character. But his other, Sun Wukong's other title is 齐天大圣. Yeah. So super interesting for anybody who wants to read up on Neja. Yeah, both Neja and Wukong are very rebellious. Yeah. Yeah. They are. Okay, let's continue. Finally, on the last day, we go to this place called we go to this place called Happy Valley, They have one in Beijing, and I am so upset that I didn't know of the Beijing one before I went to the Tianjin one. Now, because in Beijing, they have a lot more what they call NPC interactions. Now, all the people who work in the park, in the amusement park, they're referred to as NPCs. And they're characters that you can actually interact with. And you can take pictures with them. And you can interact with the NPCs in Tianjin Happy Valley as well, but significantly lesser. So let me share some pictures of the park with you guys. Okay. I have a lot of video for this park because we went to watch a show. Now, I'm not really big on amusement parks because I'm a pussy, and and I didn't go on half the rides in the amusement park. I am very scared when it comes to roller coasters and stuff. I am at the age where roller coasters are a bit too much for me, so I try to avoid them now. So we went to watch this very cool show, which was centered around this character called Huo Yuanjia. Let me just send some of the videos to you guys. I think I posted some of the videos inside, and it was quite legendary. For the park, I had way too many videos, so you guys are gonna have to watch through all the videos to get to know the park. I was just taking endless videos. Are the loot and EXP good? Yeah, they are. I've interacted with so many people. I imagine I would get a lot of EXP for that. Yes. Happy Valley was wow. Like it's an amusement park like no other. Okay. What games will you be planning to stream for the next week starting tomorrow? I think I will go back to Ace Attorney because we're still in the middle of it. Ace Attorney and possibly LA Noire because I'm enjoying the game a little bit too much. So okay, while the photos and videos load, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back, everyone. So sit tight. I'm back. Oh, thank you, Brain Spike, for the poop buns. Oh, I miss poop buns. Oh my god. Yes, I do treasure the toilet I have at home right now. A clean, beautiful bathroom. I mean, the hotel toilets are super nice too. We checked in at 2 phenomenal hotels. Very nice. The service was good. And very convenient as well. Yeah, I have no complaints. Yeah, okay. So, Happy Valley. In Chinese, it's called 欢乐谷, which is literally Happy Valley translated. So this is how it looks like. You may think there's very little people, but there's actually quite a crowd inside. So this is how it looks like from the outside. Oh no, I'm sending so many videos that it's actually exceeding it's actually exceeding the limit that I can send on Discord. Okay. So right off the bat, we have a video of this super crazy water ride. And the splash was so damn big. There's this video that's been going viral in China for a while. That, okay, so at the left side, not shown in the video, there's actually this little stall. This little stall that's just selling water guns. So it's the summer period. So people here actually, if you go at a certain timing, people will shoot at you with water guns. So it's kind of like a water gun party. So you can see people going around with water guns and shooting at each other. So there's this stall to the left, which you can't see in the video, that's selling like water gun. And then like, so last time, that stall was just an open stall. It didn't really have any shield against the water. So what happens when this thing comes down? Like, you see how big of a splash it makes? So what happens is that the stall owner will have to open up an umbrella and shield herself from the water every like 5 to 10 minutes so that she doesn't get wet from the water. But now they've installed like a little sort of like a cover for her so she doesn't have to get drenched just by standing there. Yeah, the video has been circulating around on social media for a while. I thought it was very funny because I was there now seeing it happen. But yeah, it's insane. And I didn't go onto this ride because I didn't bring a change of clothes. I didn't want to get wet. And unlike Singapore, you know, in Singapore we have Universal Studios, right? We also have some wet rides where you will possibly get drenched from some of the rides. And in Singapore, there's this fast drying machine that you can kind of just pay like $5 to go in and then you get dried like instantly. So like there'll be like multiple fans blowing at you at high speed and then you just dried. But they don't have that in Happy Valley in Tianjin. So I didn't really want to get wet, which is why I didn't take this ride. Yeah. I did take this roller coaster ride up here, which they call 火山探险, which is basically volcano expedition. Yeah. And let's just say I have enough excitement for a year, for the rest of this year. No more roller coasters for me, because I thought it was going to be just a pretty chill roller coaster ride, but no, it's not. The drop was pretty fucking insane, and it was really fast, and it was quite crazy. Yeah. They also have this roller coaster that's made entirely out of wood. Like even the roller coaster tracks itself, they were made from wood. I didn't really dare to take that one. Yeah. Okay, and then this was the show that we watched. It was this story about 霍元甲. Let me look up 霍元甲's lore because I forgot. 霍元甲 is supposed to be a martial artist, if I remember correctly. Okay, so 霍元甲 was a Chinese martial artist and co-founder of the Qinwu Athletic Association, a martial arts school in Shanghai. And he's a practitioner of a certain type of martial art and is considered a hero in China for defeating foreign fighters in highly publicized matches at a time when Chinese sovereignty was being eroded by foreign imperialism. So basically, he's like a national hero, and they made this play entirely for 霍元甲. And so the story was basically them fighting against like Japanese army, like the Japanese soldiers. And it was honestly, it was a very what would be the word for it? Like a little bit patriotic? But nonetheless, it was a very nice show. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So they even engaged like audience. You see this girl right here? She was asked to join the audience. She was asked from the audience to join the play, and that's why she wasn't. She doesn't look properly dressed. This guy at the back as well, you can see he's in shorts, so he's from the audience, and it was just so funny because they actually engaged them and they asked them to do certain stuff during the play, which I thought was really funny. Yeah. So you can watch some of these videos. I'm not gonna include audio because you can hear my mom talking in the background in some of these videos. But yeah, the story basically is about 霍元甲 trying to defeat these Japanese soldiers. And there was a super cool fight scene. I don't know if it's here. Oh, they have like a gun fight scene as well. Like, so there was like gun firing sounds. And stuff like that. It was pretty sick. No, it wasn't this one. Was it this one? Oh yeah, look at the fighting scenes. This was the one I shared with you guys on Discord. This is amazing. It's so flashy. Look at that. Honestly, really, really fun to watch. I do hope the next time I return, they have a different show. Tokusatsu wuxia. Yeah, it's so nicely choreographed as well. There were so many fighting scenes, but I was just so intrigued by it. I didn't take videos of all of the fighting scenes. I thought that one was the coolest one. This was the coolest one. This was so nice. I was like going, whoa, the entire time. And I just had to take a selfie with the actor for 霍元甲 himself. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Crazy. Oh, the stance. He was so cool. I almost fell in love at that moment. And then we kind of stuck around for a bit and waited until evening where they did a parade. So it's a really strange parade, but they have like girls dancing on like these, I don't know what do you call those? But Singaporeans, it really feels like a very wild Chingay festival. Yeah. And then they'll come up to you and interact with you. Yep, sorry for my camera. I was zooming in and out. That's why it became very choppy here. And so they were dancing. I can't play the audio because it would copy strike me, I think. They were dancing to songs like Big Bang songs and stuff like that. Big Bang songs, some English songs, some Chinese songs, I don't know, like a whole bunch. And the girls were just so cute. They would come up to you and they would like shake hands with you. They would make heart shapes with you. Oh, they were so cute. Look at them. I have so many videos of that. Wait, let me see. I think I have more. I gotta have more. Hang on. I can send this one. And then there's this guy at the starting of the parade, but he was riding on this one you guys know this one motorbike that has the seat at the side? What do you call those? Like, he has an extra seat for a passenger, but he was just riding it alone. And if you hold out your hand to him, he will play a game of stone, paper, scissors with you. Yeah, it's really funny. It's really insane. And if you win him, he'll give you like a certificate of notification a certificate of acknowledgement. Yeah. Sidecar. Yeah. Wait, let me search for it. Motor. Yes, that's the one. Those kinds. Wait. So he was riding on one of these. Good evening, so how was your holiday? How's your holiday going? It's already done. I've gone on my holiday and came back, but it was fun. It was wild. I would go back again to China if I could. Hi, hope you have an amazing stream with your viewers and keep doing what you love keep doing what you love. Before I go, what is your biggest VTuber advice you can give me as I'm new to it? Welcome, Sir Beasley, and congratulations on becoming a VTuber. And one thing that is really important to being a VTuber is when you start out, the numbers are going to get to you. They will get to you. But don't let that bring you down. Just keep doing what you love. If you love playing games, just keep playing games. Your audience will feel your love for the game, and they'll feel the fun that you're having through the games that you play, and they'll love you for who you are. So that's my biggest advice for you. Just keep having fun. That's it. Number 1 VTuber advice: stream yourself giving birth. What? Stream yourself giving birth as your first stream. No? No. Wait, I need to... My mom has this one photo that I think you guys would like. Hang on. Oh! Okay, it's here. Okay, let me show you guys the rest of the photos first. The rest of the videos first. This one. Ah, yeah, I think it was this one. Wait, let me start it from the beginning. The girls are so pretty. They come up to you and they touch your hands. Ah, they hold your hands. I was losing it right here. Like, oh my god. I was losing it. I was screaming and I was making like incomprehensible sounds. And this is one of the coolest one, I feel. This one. He was having so much fun. So they have like different themes for different parts of the year. And the time that we went, it was during, like, they were having this cyber EDM music fest. So that's why you see this, you see all the girls are kind of dressed up like all cyberpunky, all futuristic and stuff. Yeah. I love it so much. I love it. Everyone's having so much fun. I hope they're having fun though. Because doing it in these kind of outfit in the heat must not be easy, really. So kudos to the performers who put up a damn good show. And then the wildest part of Tianjin Happy Valley was, of course, the EDM music festival. So they had a DJ up on stage and they were playing a lot of EDM songs. But a lot of it were in Chinese and I haven't heard some of those songs before. So I was only singing along to some I knew, like they were playing Apatu. Like Apatu, 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 that song. Yeah. And they were playing like Zombies. The one that goes, in your head, zombie. That song, they were playing that too. These were the only two songs that I kind of remember. And they played a couple more, but I don't remember all of them. Yeah, it was like a huge concert at the end of the day. And they have a whole Russian group as well. These ladies are all Russian. Beautiful, beautiful ladies. Sorry about my camera work. It sucks. I know. I should have zoomed in first. Hang on. There. You guys can watch it again. Yep. Fuck. And then there were lots of bubbles, lots of confetti, all that. And then they even had like this kind of wild fireworks show. Like, it's insane. This park is crazy. It's crazy. I've never seen fireworks like that before. This has gotta be the most fun part about Tianjin. And I would go back again if I could. And I have some more pictures from my mom. Someone asked if I ate bugs there. No, I did not.
because I haven't been paid the money to eat bugs, but I did find a street food stall that was selling bugs. So before we go into the bug picture, we were heading back, and this is one of the buildings we came across. This used to be a hospital. If hospitals still look like that, I would get sick every day. I would go to the doctors every day. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, this used to be a hospital. But I don't think they're using this building anymore. But beside it is an actual working hospital, I think. That looks more like an asylum. It does. And then the next picture, you guys would be excited to see this. Bugs. Yep. Fried bugs. I didn't take a picture of all of them, but I think I can't tell what these are. But they have like cicadas, scorpions, and I think some fried crickets. I can't tell what these are. But the wild ones, the super wild one, they actually had a tarantula, like a fried tarantula. I don't know what spider that is. It looked like a tarantula to me. It's a fucking big spider on a skewer. I didn't take a picture of that, but they had that too. Yeah, and nope. Nope, 1,000 nope. Well, I was taking picture of this stall. Someone was actually buying, like a lady. Oh my god, the lady had balls of steel. She bought like one skewer. I don't know of what fucking insect. I don't want to know. But she bought one. And like, ugh. Honestly though, do cooked insects even have any flavor? Or is it just crisp? I don't know. And I don't want to find out. I don't want to. Like, just looking at this one right here. Oh my god, the horror. Can you imagine biting into this one? Oh, the bug juice. No. This one looks like a grub, like a big fat grub. Ugh, no. Oh. Crispy, flaky protein. No. It has flavors. It's crunchy and kind of tastes like salty chips. You remember the billboard in Osaka I sent an image of? Yes, I do. Yes. Do they also do bugs? I'm so insanely curious. I want to try it. Okay, like, I don't think I mind trying stuff like salamander. Like, just not insects in general. Like, everything else, I am open to trying. Because right up until now, I've tried whale meat. I know it's not uncommon, but it's definitely rare. Whale meat. I've tried whale meat sashimi. I've tried horse sashimi. I've tried raw chicken sashimi. I've tried like fish sperm, shiraku. I tried those, but I think bugs would be where I draw the line. The first one looked like potatoes. I mean, if you squint really hard, they kind of do look like potatoes. Nah, I have to at least... Someone would have to at least give me 500 for me to eat the first one. Please don't ever do it though. I can live without that 500 bucks. Just don't make me eat that. I would throw up. I guess if it's been doused in like chili and I just eat it in one go, I would be fine. But even so, I don't wanna. Did you ever watch Snowpiercer? Yes, I did. Snowpiercer, honestly, such an amazing movie though. But did they also have a scene where they ate bugs? I don't remember. I only vaguely remember that one scene where they had to put the arms out of the train
where they force people to put their arms out of the train to freeze the limbs as a punishment. I remember that scene. It's from Snowpiercer, right? Did I get the wrong movie? I hope I didn't. No, don't follow him. Don't follow him. Don't hear me. No. Yeah, no, I'm not eating those. No. No way in hell. No way. No way. No way. Food slip they make for backup train. They make it from bugs. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, if you crush the bugs and make them into patties, it's fine. I think as long as it doesn't have the look of a bug, I think I could try it. I don't know if I've told you guys about this. Somewhere in the world, they actually make this thing called mosquito patties. They just basically like get a whole bunch of mosquitoes, crush them all together until they're big enough to form a patty, and then they fry it, and it becomes a mosquito patty. Like, why? Why? Yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah, this was one of the photos I took on the last day of my last day in Tianjin. Honestly, really sad, but this is a common sight in China. Like, people just dump the trash everywhere. And like, you see a lot of signs everywhere in the city telling you to be civil, like be good civilians. Visit museum and look at artifacts civically, like a civilized person. Go to the parks and be civilized in the parks. Walk your dog like a civilized person. You see posters all around telling people to be civilized, and yet things like that happen. I'm not saying that, this doesn't happen in Singapore. It does. People still do litter in Singapore. We still do see sites like that here, in what they call a clean and green country. But in China, it's very prevalent. Very, very prevalent. Everywhere I go, every corner, every street, I see trash. I've literally seen this one guy, okay? I was buying like bubble tea, like milk tea. This one guy, bubble tea, they give you like straws, right? And the straws, they would come wrapped in like plastic or like paper. So I see this one guy, he bought bubble tea, and then he took the straw out from the paper, like the paper packet that it was in, and he just straight up threw the paper packaging on the floor. That's it. Like, people do it there. Like, it's common. It's a common occurrence. It's become a habit. Yeah. I can see why Singapore makes littering a crime. Oh, Singapore makes everything a crime. Spitting, crime. Littering, crime. Eating on trains, crime. Bringing durian onto public transport, crime. Eating chewing gum, crime. Yeah. Yeah. So, seeing this, and I love China. I love my trip there a lot, but seeing this just makes me feel so sad. I'm the type of person that would carry, if I can't find a bin, I would carry the trash all the way back to the hotel with me until I find a bin. Like, I can't stand littering. And like, people often say, oh, you just have to wait for a new era to come. You have to wait for a new generation so that things like that stop happening. No, it doesn't stop. Because kids see adults do this and they think it's okay to do this. And everybody just keeps doing it from generation to generation. That's why things like that will never stop. So I'm just really sad. I do hope that the next time I visit China, this does improve. Like this thing does improve. Literally seen two separate occasions of people peeing in public, like just outside in the open. Two separate instances of it happening in one single trip. And I'd say that's just not it, man. That's just not it. But the good thing about Chinese people, I don't know if it's because I speak Chinese, because I speak their language, but they're all so polite. They're very polite. Like, if you say thank you to them, they'll say you're welcome back to you. I know this is like common courtesy, but even I don't get that sometimes in my own country. Like, I say thank you to someone in my own country, I don't get a you're welcome back. Rarely. But in China, I buy things from shops. I ask, security guards, like, oh, are we going the right way? They'll tell you, and if you thank them, they'll actually say thank you. They'll actually say you're welcome back to you. And I think that's really nice. That's very nice. I really love, whatever they portray on media of Chinese people, it's not 100% true, but it is true that the littering situation and the peeing/pooping situation, peeing/pooping anywhere situation is true. Yeah, not everyone does it, but the fact that some people still do it, yeah. Oh no, Raisma, I can't sing that. You make me want to sing that, but I can't. Yeah. But yeah, that's my entire China trip in 4 hours. Yeah. That's it. Okay, before I dox myself, I'm gonna switch you guys back to chat lobby first. What the fuck? I'm huge. Okay. Ah. Oh my god. Welcome back, everyone. Wow, haven't streamed for like maybe 2 weeks now, 2-3 weeks, and then suddenly I streamed for like 4 hours straight and non-stop talking. I hope you guys enjoyed the photos that I took of China, and yeah, I hope that whatever I told you guys doesn't dissuade you guys from visiting China, because it is still a very interesting country, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful country. And I do recommend going to the Forbidden City and also climbing the Great Wall. Because those things you really have to see it in person. Because they're just so grand and so beautiful. Oh yes, yes! Thank you for reminding me, Ao-sensei. Let me check out... Vavavoom! What the fuck? Holy crap. Mamma mia. Okay.
I have a question. Will there be member-only stream this month? Also I forgot to add smething in the art I made FRUBTO well already post it.
Thank you TTS for reading all those. I have no idea what you said, but okay. You can still add on if you want to. I will post the finished art, the one that you finish adding stuff on, if you'd like me to post it. Or if you post it on your Twitter page, I will just repost it. Just do whatever you like. But I'm just gonna share it here. And regarding the members only stream, I think there might not be any this month because at the end of the month, I'm not going to be in Singapore again. I'm going to Malaysia for Any Mangaki, which is a huge anime convention. So I'll be gone for 4 days, only 4 days. But for the coming weeks, I will be swamped with work. I basically need to work enough to cover up what I've spent on the trip. Oh god, I've spent so much money during the China trip. I was telling myself, I'm not gonna spend that much. I have an upcoming Malaysia trip, and then in October, I have an upcoming Japan trip. So I told myself, don't spend so much, Eva, you can't afford it. But I spent like $400 in China. Yeah. So, yeah. So I'll be working a lot this month to make up for it, which means I will not be doing any membership stream. I'll have to see. I might be able to squeeze out time for one, but we'll see what games we play then. Thank you, Spectre, for joining us tonight. Take care too, and I'll see you in the next one. JP trip when? No set date yet. My friends only talked about when they're going to take leave from work. But that's it. We haven't made any solid plans. We haven't even booked flight tickets and hotel. So yeah. Yeah. JP trip next spring, summer. Oh, summer is going to be hell. I would recommend doing it in spring. Don't go to Japan in summer. It's hell. Unless you're going to Hokkaido. That's okay. That's okay. What's a trip without a bit of mindless spending? Oh, I mindless spend way too much. Yeah. Thank you, Feluca. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And it's good to have you guys back, by the way. We were thinking Okinawa among other places. Oh, Okinawa during summer is... I've heard it's really nice. But it's gonna be super hot. So, make sure to hydrate and sunblock. Definitely sunblock. Sunscreen. Yeah. And let me just show you guys the amazing art that... What the fuck? Let me just share with you guys the amazing art that our sensei drew. I am the GOAT, baby! Oh, this is sick. I love how I have a little chubby Hellhound just resting against my butt. That is sick. Yeah, let me blow it up for you guys there. I'm not a furry, but oh, Mane-san is not gonna enjoy being in between my thighs. Yeah, I would love to be in Mane-san's place. Yeah, China trip had me put on a couple of pounds, okay? My thighs are right now. Oh. The food there, cheap and so good. I've been eating so much. I gotta slim down again. I gotta go back to exercising. I have not been watching my diet over in China. They have so much like good, sweet stuff there. Well, chubby Eva. Yeah. One member only stream. Not confirmed. Not confirmed. But I will update you guys again. If I do a membership only stream, it would be the 3rd week of this month. Maybe maybe the week of 17 to 23rd, or 24th to 27. Because from 28th to 31st of August, I will not be in Singapore. Yep. But I'll update you guys. It's not confirmed, so you don't have to worry about doing thumbnail art for me. Elson say thank you so much. I know you're probably checking in with me so that you can prepare a template for me. Thank you so much. Thank you. And with that, I'm gonna call it a night tonight. I still have time until the end of September before I get busy. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has taken so long. I thought I'd be able to share some lore about Singapore because it was National Day yesterday. But once again, happy birthday, Singapore. Happy 61st birthday. And thank you to all Hellhounds for joining me tonight. It's so good to have you guys back in house prison again. I am back, baby! So I look forward to my schedule posting either tonight or tomorrow night or the night after, if I remember. Okay. Good night, everyone. Sleep tight. Don't let the hounds bite. Take care. And lights out. Bye-bye.